In this video, we're going to cover an outline for setting up email marketing for your print-on-demand business. All right, now as we usually do on this channel, we'll be focusing on selling print on demand on Etsy in this video. However, the principles that we're going to talk about as far as the general outline for setting up email marketing for your print on demand business do apply to any sales channel. The only thing that's going to be unique to Etsy in this video are a couple of the email services because they integrate directly with Etsy. Everything we talk about in the, setting up a schedule of emails and types of emails to send to your subscribers, that applies no matter what sales channel you use. So if you don't sell on Etsy, but you want to watch that part of the video, check the chapter markers below. We're going to start by talking about your options with email service providers or email senders, and then we will talk about an outline for the types of emails that you want to be sending to your subscriber list. Before we do that though, in a recent video, I actually talked a lot about how to set up your landing page and then where to share your landing page, especially if you are a seller on Etsy. So I will link to that video in the corner and in the description. We're going to talk about that briefly in this video, but not quite as much as I did in that video since I've already covered it. All right, before we start talking about our emailing strategy, we are going to spend just a minute to recognize the different options you have and the difference between the Etsy integration options versus if you don't sell through Etsy or if you just want to use a service that doesn't integrate through Etsy, because there's really no requirement that you use an email service that does integrate with Etsy at this point, because earlier in 2024, Etsy made a change where they will no longer automatically share customer email addresses through their API, basically through the integration with any third-party application. So even these ones that do integrate with Etsy that we'll talk about here, they cannot automatically receive customer email addresses and sign them up for your subscriber list. So no matter what email service you use, whether it integrates with Etsy or not, you have to get people to go to your landing page and actually sign up for your email subscriber list manually. So that kind of opens the doors to consider some email services that don't integrate with Etsy, because either way, you've got to get people to go to your landing page to sign up. The benefit that you do still get with the services that integrate with Etsy is that they can do some things automatically for you, like pull information about your listing. So I do still recommend at least looking through the options that integrate with Etsy if you are an Etsy seller, because they can make a few things easier for you, even though they can't automatically collect email addresses from your customers. So the first one we're looking at here is Everbee Email, and this can be found right in the Chrome extension for Everbee. If you already have Everbee, their Chrome extension displays on the left side of the screen. You simply look under your tools here and go to Everbee Email. That pops open the email dashboard. Now, Everbee itself is, of course, also providing Etsy research. They provide Etsy keyword research, listing analysis, tag analysis, several tools that are helpful for Etsy sellers. And within that same account, you can add Everbee Email. There is a free version for basically if you want to get started and test out the functionality of it, where you can have up to 250 subscribers and send up to 3,000 monthly emails. You get one landing page. You do get a QR code generator for your landing page and the ability to include automated information about your listings from your Etsy shop. However, you don't get some of the features that you get with the paid accounts, like removing Everbee's branding from your emails, the templates they offer, and including custom products in emails, meaning you can select specific products to put in your emails. Their first tier of their paid account includes up to 1,000 subscribers or up to 12,000 emails sent monthly, and then you get those additional features. We'll be coming back to Everbee to show some examples here in just a moment, but first let's talk about a couple other options. There is also the Allura Etsy research platform. This is another sort of research combined with the capability to send your emails type of platform. There is a paid plan as well as a free plan here. When it comes to the email though, if we need to scroll down to see this, their volume is a little bit more limited here. So with the free plan, you can only have 25 people on your subscriber list, 25 emails, and you have to go up to the professional account to do up to 1,000, and then you do have an option to extend that to an unlimited volume of emails per month, which will have an additional cost there. But that professional tier is $29.99 a month. So you can see compared to Everbee, we're at about $20 a month for a similar 1,000 subscriber maximum there. So Allura is a little bit more expensive. However, it comes down to which you prefer. One other nice thing about Everbee that Allura does not offer is unlimited landing pages. You can actually create different landing pages for different channels. Like, for example, you could have a landing page that is just linked on your Instagram account. And that way you know how many people are signing up through your Instagram account versus the landing page that you put as a QR code on your package inserts. Whereas on Allura, you can only create one landing page. Now, Aweber is also still an option that does integrate with Etsy, so there are still some benefits there with Aweber. It can be a little bit more expensive and a little bit more, I'm just going to say, complicated. Aweber doesn't do quite as good of a job, in my opinion, of really simplifying the email creation and scheduling process down to a level that a very early beginner can do. Now, it's certainly not impossible. I have used Aweber a little bit in the past. I just found it a lot less simple to use overall than either Allura or Everbee's email schedulers. And also keep in mind what you're paying for here is purely just the email service. You are not getting any additional Etsy research, tag research, keyword research. Now, as I mentioned, you can also go outside of these tools that integrate with Etsy. And certainly if you don't sell on Etsy, you wouldn't necessarily be using one of these. So there are tools out there like MailerLite, as well as Brevo, and of course MailChimp is another one. And you want to look at what are their subscriber maximums and the maximum volume of emails they can send per month. And of course, if you sell on Shopify, there are a boatload of email marketing apps that integrate directly with Shopify. Shopify has Shopify email, of course. There are also a bunch of other ones from different companies on the Shopify App Store. So again, you just want to compare what the cost is, what the volume is that you're allowed to send monthly, and what your subscriber list maximum is, and make sure that it's a good fit for your business. You want to give yourself some room to grow, but you don't need to go for, the highest capacity right out of the gate, because you probably won't reach that for a while. All right, let's come back to Everbee email here and let's get into the outline for our plan now. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to cover an outline for a basic email marketing strategy. Step one, of course, is to have your landing page or landing pages and get people to sign up. And as I mentioned in the intro, we're not going to cover that in a ton of detail in this video because I did spend quite a bit of time in a recent video talking about sort of where you want to share your landing page, how to get it out there. Check the link in the description for that video if you haven't seen it. All right, so let's get started. Let's touch on the landing page and getting people to sign up. No matter which email service you use, you have to drive people to your landing page to get them to sign up. So if we go to the Grow page on Everbee's email dashboard, this is where we have our landing pages. If you use Allura, it's going to be on the subscribers page. That is where you get your landing page and you can customize it. Now, as I mentioned earlier with Everbee, you can create multiple landing pages. I just have one created here. If we click on the link, we'll see what my landing page looks like for POD Insights. So this is what you're trying to get people to. You're trying to drive them to this page so that they will sign up for your subscriber list. Now, a couple important things that I've talked about in that other video are, number one, offer an incentive to sign up for emails. So I'm going to come in here and customize my landing page here. So I'm going to come back to Everbee here and I'm going to click on this pencil icon to actually edit my landing page. And I'm going to offer a 15% off coupon just for signing up. So I'm going to add that text here to my landing page. All right, so I've added that text to my landing page here. I can click on save in the top right corner, and now I'll click on preview. And so now my landing page is going to be telling anybody that comes here, receive a 15% off coupon code just for signing up. So what we need to do to follow up on that promise, of course, is make sure that you have an active 15% off coupon code that they can use. So if we're selling on Etsy, we need to go to our Etsy account, go to our marketing settings, and create a 15% off coupon code that we want to use just for email signup. So we make it a unique name and all of that. Then what we need to do is make sure that that coupon code is included in the welcome email that goes immediately when someone signs up for our list. And that will be in step number 2 here. But before we leave step number 1 with the landing page, let me just briefly mention a couple of the other things that I've talked about in that other video. With your landing page, what you want to do is share this in as many places as possible. Now, one other thing that Everbee does that's very helpful is they create a QR code for your landing page, which you can use that download button there to download your QR code, and then you will have a PNG QR code file you can go and put that in multiple places now, including if you do branded inserts or package inserts, or even if you just have a packing slip that goes in your orders, you can now put this QR code in there with some text that says sign up for our email list and receive a 15% off coupon. And then of course you want to get this actual link out to anywhere that you share links with your customers. You can include this link in places like if you have links in your Instagram profile, like a link in bio, like a link tree. If you have a separate website, of course, you want to make sure you have this link to the landing page on there. And you can also include this QR code in your product images. So no matter whether you sell on Etsy or not, you can do things like this down here. Everbee makes this real easy to create. You can also just download the QR code and use Canva or something else to do it. But for example, this is an image file that I created, which I now put on all of my Etsy listings. Sign up and get 15% off for email, so they can just jump right from that QR code, whether it's on a computer or on their phone. They'll see this image embedded in all of my product listings in my Etsy shop. And if it's not Etsy, you can still do it in whatever your sales channel is, sort of get the word out there about your email list. So that's the short version of step one with the landing page. You want to take advantage of the tools that they offer you to customize your landing page, which are very simple and straightforward if you are using Everbee email or Allura email. Just put that information out there about your email subscriber list as many places as you can. All right, now let's move on to step number 2. So we're really going to get into our email campaigns now. So let's come over to the campaigns tab on Everbee email. Several of these services will have sort of default campaigns pre-made for you that you can turn on or turn off or delete or edit to become something else. As you can see, Everbee has a bunch of welcome email campaigns here. I have one of them active because that's the one I actually want to use. So let's just go ahead and click on this first campaign here. And this is going to be our welcome email. Now, if you don't have a pre-built one included in the service you signed up for, of course, you're just going to create this from scratch. But I'm going to click on the bottom right corner edit button here. And I've already made a couple of edits to this one, but let's point out some very important settings here on that first email that goes, that welcome email. At the top, we'll see the campaign type and some very important settings here. Under send settings, this is where you can set a delay based on the action that was taken. So this is a transactional email, and we are setting the delay to 0 across the board here. We don't want to delay sending this email. We want them to get it immediately because they signed up for the email. Now, you can delay it slightly because this is something that as consumers, you may have done yourself. If you've ever come across a website that says, sign up for our email and get 15% off, you may have already had some stuff in your cart and you just want that discount so you can get it on this purchase. If you want to discourage that behavior, you can set a short delay. I wouldn't delay it, super long, but you could delay it like 30 minutes or something just to kind of discourage that behavior so that people can't just use this as a way to get a one-time use coupon code and then unsubscribe from your list. Now, there are some automations here where you see blue boxes, and this is a common thing for any email service, especially for the subject line and the greetings of your emails, where they will insert the name of the subscriber, and for this service, they'll insert the name of your Etsy shop as well. So anywhere you see these blue boxes, those are like automated dynamic fields that will just populate the information automatically. And so these two are in the subject line where you can edit the subject. You can certainly change the subject line. And then the preview text is what shows in an email app. That's what shows as the preview of the body of the text. Then if we scroll down, this is the body of the email. And of course, you can edit and customize this as much as you want. But here is where we want to make sure that we add our coupon code for signing up because it's not currently in here. Notice though, one really cool thing that the integration with Etsy gets you, this is a benefit that you don't get if you use one of those third-party email services that doesn't integrate with Etsy, is that Everbee and Allura can both do this. They can pull some of your listings and actually just show them in an email automatically without you having to do any manual work to put in product images or prices or links. They will just automatically do that, which is pretty cool. All right, so I've added some text here, and this is the coupon code that I created in my Etsy shop. So I've made that coupon code, and now I've got it in my welcome email. All right, so let's click on preview in the top right corner so we can see a sample here. And this is what our email is going to look like. And also here is a live preview of what those 2 product listings. It just pulled 2 best-selling product listings from the shop. And these are links, they will work. And so this is our welcome email. Now all we have to do is save this. Now in the bottom right corner, one thing that we like to do before we trigger a new email or activate it is to do a send test. And so you can put in any email, up to 3 emails here, and just basically send this to yourself and make sure that it all looks good. All right, now when we are ready, we can go ahead and click on activate, and we will see that right up here it says live, so we are good to go. You can always click on the blue pause button if you want to pause the campaign and make some changes, make some edits to it, and you don't want emails to go out while you're editing it. But otherwise, make sure that it's activated and you are all set. Then we can go back to our campaigns. We'll also see the status here as being active, and that one's ready to go. All right, now let's talk about the next phase. Step number 3 is going to be setting up a monthly recurring email. You want to maintain engagement with your email subscriber list so they don't forget that your shop exists. And you don't want to only send special offers. You want to send something that is not, you don't want to always have a coupon. You don't want that to be the only thing you ever send out. So what we're going to do is set up a monthly recurring email that just lets our customers know what new listings we have in our shop. And both Everbee and Allura have the ability to create a recurring monthly email campaign. However, there is one nice feature that Everbee email has that's very relevant for this particular campaign that Allura doesn't have. So let's create this and we'll talk about it. Let's click on New Auto Campaign. We want to use the Auto Campaign option down here because we want this to be recurring, not just a single email. And we're going to go ahead and just do start from scratch because that's the only option we have here. All right, so our important settings here are at the top, and we can choose from on a schedule or based on an event. Now, when we do the events here, just notice what the choices are. When someone becomes a subscriber, joins a specific list, or a tag is added. That doesn't really apply for what we're doing, so we're going to use the on a schedule option because we want to send this every month. So we'll select every month. You can pick a day of the month. I'll just pick the middle of the month. We want to also pick a time. I'm going to pick a time in the morning that will work regardless of the time zone in the United States. So I'll just pick 11 a.m. there. And then in the to field, we will need to add our list. Now, let me just talk about the subscriber page here for just a second. On Everbee email, you have a few different tabs here to look at. You have groups, lists, tags, and all people. So under lists, you will find your subscribers. Once you start to get people signing up, you'll automatically have a list once somebody signs up for your email campaign through your landing page. So I just went and signed up one of my other email addresses for the POD Insights email, and you can see now under lists, I have subscribers 1. And then on the all people page, it lists the individual accounts and some stats about them. So now when I come back to this email campaign that we are building, when I hit the plus sign under 2, all I have to do is start typing the word subscribers, and this option for my subscriber list will appear. I can check the box and I can click on Save Changes. So this is just because I want to send this to all subscribers. You can actually create different email lists. Personally, I just have one big email subscriber list for my Etsy shop. Now we have to write a subject and a preview line for our email. Now for this, I'm just going to put new this month at POD Insights as the subject and the preview as check out our latest additions. And you can get creative with this, of course. You can look for examples in your, honestly, just look in your inbox for anything that you've signed up for. See what types of, phrases that companies use for this type of a monthly, here are new products type of email, and come up with something that you think works for your shop. All right, now down in the body of the email, it starts with a greeting, hi, and then the name of the subscriber. So what I'm going to do is add a section below here. We're going to add a text section first, and this is where I'm just going to write a little bit of text that's going to be part of this monthly email. All right, so I'm just adding a quick sentence here as an intro to, say, hey, here are our latest designs. And then I'm going to click the plus to add another section, and this is where we're going to click on product. So this adds an automated section here to show a couple of our product listings. Now I want to show 3. So if we look over on the right side here, I'm going to click on the 3 for the number of products. And I like to see them all 3 in a row across. So I'm going to click on that option to show a column of 3 there. Now up at the top, we have an option here that says best selling listings. I want to change this one to newest listings because this is a new listings email that comes out monthly. So I want that to be the newest listings. We also have the option here to change alignment, change the section background, and change the title color and price color of the fonts here. And there's one important toggle button here that I recommend you turning on, and it is the use, share, and save link option. If you are opted into into Share and Save, I would definitely recommend using this because remember what Etsy Share and Save is. You can actually help your own shop out by using your Share and Save link and get a discount on Etsy seller fees. If people buy something through your Share and Save link, you get that discount on the seller fees, and you're allowed to use your Share and Save links anywhere that's off the Etsy platform. Everbee makes this really easy to make sure that we're using our Share and Save links anytime we link products in our email. And that is the feature that Allura, at least currently, does not have. You can certainly manually go get Share and Save links and put them as text links in the body of the emails that you're writing, but Everbee just makes it super easy. You can make sure you're using those Share and Save links. So I think that's really nice. Now I'm actually going to add another section below this because if somebody opens this email, I want to take full advantage of what they see in the email. So I'm going to go ahead and just add another section here. I'm going to add another product section below here that says customers this month are also loving these best sellers. And for this section, I am going to use the best selling listings as the option here. I'm going to do Share and Save. And you know what? I think I'll maybe just do the top two. And then it's always good to close out your email with something at the bottom here. So I'm just going to add another line of text here. That's it for this month. Stay tuned for more great designs next month. And that's it. That's pretty much what I wanted to achieve here. Let's go ahead and click on preview and see what it looks like. All right, so here is my monthly email. I've got my logo at the top, of course. We've got our first row here with our listings. We'll double check that our links are all actually working. Looks like it's working perfectly there. And we've got our best sellers listings below here as well, and we're good to go. All right, we can close the preview. We can also do the send test like we did earlier and send a test email, or we can just go ahead and click on activate. All right, so there we go. Our monthly subscriber update with our listing information is now live. And this was important because we want to make sure that we have something going out, as I mentioned earlier, that's not just like, hey, here's a promotion or a coupon. All right, speaking of special offers, let's talk about those because that is the last step. That is step number, what are we on? 4? That is step number 4, offering special offers to your email subscribers. Now, there are 2 basic categories that I like to think about special offers. One are the sort of pre-planned, known holiday type special offers like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all your holidays. And then there are manual special offers that you maybe just decide that one weekend, it doesn't have to be a particular holiday or any event, but you just decide, hey, the 3rd weekend of this month, I'm doing a 15% off sale for my email subscribers. And you can still schedule in advance, but it's not necessarily like, you don't pre-plan it out several months in advance. Now, for either one of those, you're going to do a single campaign. So up here, we would click on new single campaign, and we would go ahead and do start from scratch. So for this one, let's pretend I'm scheduling in advance my Black Friday email. And this is going to be the email that goes out early in the morning on Black Friday. So this is the, these are the big deals and maybe a special extra coupon just for email subscribers. So if you notice up here, you have the option to send it now or send it later. If we do send now and we send it, it's going to go to our subscriber list immediately. So we definitely want to click on send later, and we can pick our date and time. So I'm going to go in here and pick the Black Friday date for this year, which is November 29th of 2024. And for the time, I'm going to pick something pretty early in the morning, kind of regardless of time zone, just because I want it to be out there. So I'm just going to put like 5 a.m. as the time that it sends, just so everybody gets it nice and early. And in the to field, we will put our subscriber list again. All right, now for subject and preview, of course, this one's about Black Friday. All right, so there we've got a subject and a preview in here. Now we need to make the body of this email. And now for this is a promotional email. So we will, again, we'll have to go into our Etsy shop or into whatever sales channel and decide what we're going to offer. Are we going to offer our email subscribers a different sale than what we're going to have as a public sale for everybody? Or are we just going to use this to communicate the sale that is available to everybody? For example, let's say I am going to just run a 20% off sale across my entire Etsy shop or my entire business on Black Friday, but I'm not going to offer any extra deals to my email subscribers. All I would need to do is just build this email to communicate what my sale is. But let's say instead of doing that, I was going to run 15% off of everything in my shop on Black Friday, but I wanted to offer my email subscribers 20% off, which will not, on Etsy, that won't stack on the 15%, that will replace it. It will supersede it. So they'll get 20% off instead of 15. How that works may differ depending on your sales channel, so just make sure you're aware of how that works. So if that was the case, what I would do with this email is I would communicate to the customer that everything in the shop is on sale for 15% off. However, bonus for you, email subscriber, you get a coupon code for 20% off your total purchase. All right, so here is an example of what I would do. We have a little header here, then we have the explanation that everything in the shop is 15% off on this date. Because you're a loyal email subscriber, you can use this coupon code at checkout to receive 20% off your order. Use your coupon code on our best sellers, a couple of links here, of course, make sure I'm using the share and save link, and then a little bit of fine print at the bottom here, just explaining the coupon code expires 12:01 a.m. on the 30th. The 20% off discount will replace the 15% off discount. It will not stack. So whatever these sort of terms and conditions are for the discounts you're offering, I always like to make sure it's always a good idea to put that sort of fine print in the bottom of any emails you're sending about it, just so you can say, hey, you were clear about the way this works. All right, so if I click on preview for this one, here we go. Here's our Black Friday deal email. It's looking good to me, so I think I am ready to go ahead and schedule that one. In the bottom right corner, we'll just click on schedule, and now that one will be sent to all of our subscribers on the 29th on Black Friday early in the morning. However, one thing I do want to talk about is for those bigger sales, the sort of the best deals that you're going to run every year, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. There's one more component that we want to talk about here before we wrap this video up, and that is teaser emails. So when you are going to run a bigger promotion that you really want to drive a lot of traffic to, don't just send one email, send multiple emails about that sale event. So what I like to do is send 2 teaser emails prior to the actual sale event. And then for what I would call like the medium sale events that I do, I'll do 1 teaser email. So for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I will do 2 teaser emails. And then for the smaller sale events that I do, things like if I run a Mother's Day sale or a Labor Day sale, I will do 1 teaser email, and I will either do it a week before or like 3 days before the actual sale email goes out. So let's keep with this example that we made for Black Friday. I'm going to do a new single campaign here, and I will do start from scratch, and I'm going to do send later again. But now what we're going to do is base this date off of that teaser timing that we wanted. So for Black Friday, I'm going to back this up to November 22nd because Black Friday's on the 29th. And this one, it doesn't matter what time of day I really pick. I'm going to go for that kind of morning time that works for all time zones in the United States. We will send this to all subscribers, and we'll do our subject and preview. All right, we've got a subject and a preview there. Now let's work on the body of this. All we want to do is just give people a heads up that there will be a Black Friday deal just for email subscribers. All right, so here we go. We're 1 week away from Black Friday 2024. We have something special planned just for email subscribers, so watch out for our email the morning of Black Friday to get your exclusive savings. In the meantime, check out some of the season's best-selling designs. There we go. And then I just like to close it out with a little something on the bottom. So let's preview that really quick. All right, there we go. Looks good to me. I think we are all set. We can go ahead and click on schedule. And now we're all set. We have our 1 week teaser email for Black Friday. Now, you could see how this could take a little bit of time, and it does. That's fair. It takes a little bit of time to pre-schedule everything. So what I like to do is like once a month, I just look a couple months ahead and decide what is it time for? What's it time for me to schedule? Remember that monthly email with the new listings from our shop, that's going to go automatically every month no matter what. So we don't have to worry about that one unless we want to go in and change some of the text. You can always go in and edit the text to change things up once in a while, which is a good idea. But those manual ones that are based on you creating a special coupon code or sale, you do need to go in and schedule those. However, one thing you can do is you can use the option here to duplicate, and there are also templates. You can also create a one of those one-off emails and you save that as a template that you can use, and that can save you time in creating future emails. So there are some time savings that we're not going to get into in this video. I just wanted to cover sort of that basic outline. So that's it. There you have the basic outline for getting started with email marketing. You need to have your landing page shared in as many places as possible. You need to have a welcome email ready to go out to anybody that does subscribe, and potentially, if you want to, offer them a discount just for subscribing. You want to have at least one monthly recurring email that's that's not about a promotion or a sale, but just sharing new listings from your shop. Then you want to schedule your special promotion emails in advance and create teaser emails for the bigger sale events that you do. From there, you can certainly get more creative, and there are a lot of things you can do with email marketing, but that is a basic outline for how I use email marketing for my Etsy print-on-demand business. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if there are other aspects of email marketing for your print-on-demand business that you would like to see future videos about. And don't forget to subscribe to the POD Insights channel. Thanks to all subscribers. I do appreciate your support. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.